The truth is, you sit there going, well, how do I do that? How? You know, and you're frustrated, and then you get down on yourself because you're not there yet. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt's whirlwind romance has been used as media fodder for decades, long after the couple split and moved on with new partners. Jen has been quiet about the events surrounding her divorce, Angelina Jolie's involvement, and infertility rumors. Now, at 55, Jennifer finally breaks her silence, revealing the heartbreaking truth behind her split from Brad. Brad and Jen were Hollywood's it couple. Even after the pair called it quits on their brief yet memorable marriage, the duo remained on every paparazzi's radar and every media outlet's front page. Fans loved seeing the two of them at red carpet events, hand in hand, smiling at one another. Naturally, fans assumed their relationship started in the most romantic way possible. However, that wasn't the case. If anything, the story of one of the most famous Hollywood pairings started almost unremarkably. The two met casually in 1994 through their managers, who were friends at the time. There were no romantic sparks between them, even though their managers tried to set them up. In fact, it wasn't until 4 years later that they had their first date. At the time, both were too focused on their careers to look for love anywhere else. It wasn't until Brad and Jen became Hollywood mainstays that they started focusing on their personal lives, too. Still, Brad had a highly publicized relationship with Gwyneth Paltrow, and Jen was dating Tate Donovan when the duo reconnected after their first meeting. This time, though, there were sparks. Not too long after, Brad and Jen found themselves in each other's company again, both freshly single. It was the right time, and Hollywood's ultimate super couple went on their first official date in 1998. Reflecting on that evening, Jennifer later shared with Diane Sawyer in a 2004 interview that the date had been easy and fun. The chemistry was undeniable, and the connection between them was immediate. The media had a field day with these two, writing about how giddy and in love they were. It's worth noting, though, that Jen's relationship with Donovan ended because he couldn't handle the media scrutiny. She later reminisced about their time together and admitted that she learned a lot from her relationship, mostly to keep things private. That's what Brad and Jen did for a long while, until ultimately becoming red carpet official with their first public appearance as a couple at the 51st Primetime Emmy Awards in 1999. They confirmed the swirling rumors about their romance in an interview that year with Rolling Stone. Jen exclaimed that this was the happiest time of her life. The love story between Jennifer and Brad captured the attention of Hollywood and beyond, with their relationship becoming one of the most iconic of the late 1990s and early 2000s. They seemed inseparable, following each other around like smoke and fire. On November 29, 1999, the lovebirds sent shock waves throughout the entertainment industry when they attended a Sting concert and went right on stage, showing off Jennifer's new engagement ring. Brad had taken his time. This ring was made of diamonds and was estimated to have a valuation of $500,000 at the time, which is around $944,000 today. Jennifer, of course, is worth a whole lot of money, but seeing her husband go out of his way to make sure they announced their engagement the way they did meant the world to her. The ring was forged by one of the most renowned Italian designers in the world, Silvia Domioni. She made the ring out of diamonds and platinum, two of the world's finest gemstones, a testament to Brad's determination to have only the best things for the woman he loved. By 2000, news of the wedding was traveling far and fast. The wedding was really the wedding of the century. They had a select 200 guests in Malibu who came to watch this beautiful moment take shape. Brad's on-screen bad boy persona seems like it ended there because, in reality, he was a man who could go the distance, having the best ring maker design his wife's ring. According to wedding magazines, the wedding cost an estimated $1 million. He ordered a lot of flowers, including wisterias and tulips, a move that required them to use 50,000 flowers for decoration. They also ordered some floating lanterns for more aesthetics and a zen-like ambience. All of the decorations were under white canopies to avoid any paparazzi shots, and the guests were made to sign confidentiality agreements. As expected, the wedding was full of Hollywood's biggest stars. Celebrities like Salma Hayek, Courtney Cox, and Cameron Diaz are rumored to have been guests at the wedding. The music was created by a live gospel choir with 40 voices and 4 music bands. Rumor has it they sang Blur's 1999 as the wedding march song, and there are rumors that Brad even cried when Jen walked down the aisle. Fashion has never been something that either Jennifer or Brad missed out on. They knew exactly what they wanted and chose the right stylist for their appearance on this special day. Jennifer looked splendid on the day, donning a white satin and silk gown designed by stylist Lawrence Steele for her special day. Additionally, the bodice of the dress was adorned with tiny pearls. The actress chose to wear sandals by Manolo Blahnik, and a crown adorned with Swarovski gems completed the bride's ensemble. The veil draped right over the tiara, it was like something out of a Disney movie. As for Brad, he was wearing a 4-button tuxedo, created by Hedy Slimane, a stylist who now works at the French luxury brand Celine. Jennifer's dating life before Brad, as most people would have assumed, did not kick off with Brad Pitt. She had been in some public relationships well before that. Her first notable relationship in the entertainment industry was with co-star Charlie Schlatter, with whom she featured on NBC's famous show, Ferris Bueller, an adaptation of the classic, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Their relationship started in 1990. While it isn't too far-fetched to think that people who work together can fall in love, their relationship seemed somewhat amusing, given that she was playing the role of a younger sister in the movie they were featuring in. Fans have wondered how the dynamics worked while they were on set. Unfortunately, there was barely enough time to contemplate how it all worked out, as their stint together was rather brief. While their relationship might have been brief, it marked the beginning of a long list of her personal and professional entanglements in Hollywood. In 1990, while she was just bursting into mainstream success, she met fellow actor Daniel McDonald. This was probably the longest relationship she had been in before she met Brad Pitt, as they were together for a total of 5 years. Their love story seemed to be going well, hence their separation seemed quite strange, as no one could really tell why. In an interview in 2015, she was asked about her dating pool in The New York Times. She spoke fondly of him, affectionately describing him as the love of her life. Tragically, McDonald died in 2007. Jennifer Aniston claimed that she took her relationship with him for granted and fumbled him. When we broke up, he moved to New York and started doing great. Just before Friends, we broke up, she said. She then added, "He's just wonderful, a dear friend. He was my first love. 5 years we were together. He would have been the one, but I was 25 and unwise. He must have sent me Justin Theroux to make up for it all." In her youthful years, she hooked up with the Counting Crows lead singer in 1995, just as Friends was taking off and thrusting her into the limelight. The pair met each other at the Viper Room, an infamous nightclub co-owned by Johnny Depp and Sal Genco. Their relationship started off the back of a prank by Durett's friends. While reminiscing on his relationship with Jennifer on Entertainment Tonight, he revealed how they ended up dating. "A bunch of my friends lied to me and told me she had a crush on me. Those same friends lied to her and told her I had a crush on her." Jennifer had just begun to rise in the entertainment world, and her name and image were starting to carry some star power. Even though she had just appeared on Friends premiere when they met, Durett's had no clue about who she was or what she did. "She was really nice, really funny, and really pretty. Those were pretty good requirements for me, and she also liked me," he added. It seemed like it was a feeling that kicked off naturally, but it only lasted for a very short while. Life had different plans for both parties. Durett's ended up with Jennifer's best friend at the time, Courtney Cox, while she met Tate Donovan. While many have their first memories of Tate Donovan as Jimmy Cooper from Orange County, Jennifer Aniston met and dated him well before he made his Jimmy Cooper appearance. When asked about Tate in an interview, she waxed lyrical about him, absolutely gushing about the type of man he is. "He's so real, so honest, so kind and considerate. He's all these things meshed into one perfect guy," she explained gleefully. Donovan seemed like Hollywood's heartthrob at the time. In fact, he had dated Sandra Bullock for 4 years. When he was quizzed about dating Jennifer Aniston, he claimed to have been shocked when he found out who she was, largely due to the fact that he had never seen Friends before they met. In an interview with People magazine, he revealed what happened on their second date. "Literally on our second date, there were video cameras everywhere, and I was like, I'm out of here. They broke up for a while, but he had found love, and the heart wants what it wants, and their hearts wanted each other. Somehow, they got back together and decided to keep being together. The pair shared Irish commitment rings, getting engaged with a view to getting married. Their relationship got serious, and it did very quickly. In fact, in 1996, he got her a dog for Valentine's Day and called it Enzo. However, the lovely pair broke up in 1998. While fans have pored needlessly over details of her breakup with Tate, a chance presented itself for her to speak about what really made them say goodbye to each other. In 1999, the rumors about the reason the pair broke up had gotten super wild and borderline out of hand, and she had just about enough. In an interview with Rolling Stone that same year, she explicitly debunked the rumors peddled by many news outlets at the time, especially the one about Tate Donovan being jealous of her career as an actress. That wasn't actually why we broke up, but because we didn't give the press anything, they made it up, Aniston said. Tate's and my breakup had nothing to do with ego battles, wanting babies, not wanting marriage, all that stuff. None of it was accurate, she said. However, neither she nor Donovan was ready to tell what really led to their breakup. One of the most difficult moments for Donovan happened when he was invited to the set of Friends, where he was asked to play Jennifer Aniston's love interest. Now, take a step back and picture this for a moment. A couple who have just very recently broken up are on set playing roles that get them in each other's faces all the time. Can you imagine the tension in that room? When Donovan was quizzed about the situation in an interview with US Weekly, he explained how it felt to be working with an ex and just how difficult it was for him and Jennifer. Donovan, being a cool, calm, and collected guy, was just happy to be on the team. The only bummer was that Jennifer and he were breaking up at the time. However, he was really hurt about how the scene was supposed to play out. That was tricky, to sort of act like we are just meeting each other and falling in love or whatever, interested in each other, when we're sort of breaking up. That was just tough. It was just 6 episodes. I mean, only because we were breaking up, we were like, hey, can we not keep doing this because this is really painful and tough? Donovan recalled. He also admitted to people being shocked when they found out that they didn't start dating when they met on Friends, because the reality is that they had been together for 2 whole years, stretching it into a third before Friends. Donovan was the last serious relationship she had before eventually dating Brad Pitt. It seems like none of her relationships have really been able to stand the test of time so far. Can she change her fate by dating Brad Pitt? We will find out soon enough. After embarking on a personal relationship, Brad and Jen took things a step forward in their professional careers too. Their careers first intertwined when Brad guest-starred on Jennifer's hit sitcom, Friends, in 2001. The episode, titled The One with the Rumor, aired on November 22, 2001. In a clever twist, Brad's character despised Jennifer's character, Rachel Green. Will, an old friend of Ross's, is in town, and Monica invited him for Thanksgiving dinner. Will used to be really fat in high school, and he really hates Rachel because she was horrible to him. Will shows his hatred and tells Rachel they had the I Hate Rachel Green Club in high school. The members of the club? Will and Ross. Brad had us convinced with his portrayal, but off-screen, however, their chemistry was undeniable, and Jennifer later described Brad as one of her favorite guest stars. Mr. Pitt was wonderful, she gushed. In 2003, during a cover interview with W magazine, Jennifer was asked whether Brad was the love of her life. She went on to explain that their relationship was special, particularly in the chaotic and unpredictable world of Hollywood. The couple continued to make headlines with their red carpet appearances, most notably at the 2002 Golden Globe Awards, where Jennifer was nominated for the first time. Their shared passion for film led to the co-founding of Plan B Entertainment in 2002, alongside producer Brad Gray. Initially, the project was kept low-key, with Jennifer explaining to The Guardian, in 2004, we started this little company underground, didn't really talk about it because we didn't want to be accused of being actors who have vanity deals where you don't do anything. According to Jennifer Aniston, they had about 17 movies in development as of 2004, and one of their earliest successes as a production company was Troy, where Brad Pitt played Achilles, the almighty warrior who was deemed invincible but was also too big for his shoes, and his hubris led to his downfall. Also in 2005, they created Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, starring Johnny Depp. Now, not only were they actors, they had become movie producers, a dream born out of sheer will and the power of imagination and self-belief. Their accomplishment as a duo served as a source of inspiration to many other couples in the movie industry and other facets of the entertainment industry. During this interview, they had been 4 years into the marriage, and she also revealed that she was finishing the Friends franchise. Eventually, Brad played a leading role in 2 major releases that year, Troy and Ocean's 12, with both movies receiving rave reviews and doing amazing at the box office. Jen also closed out the Friends series in 2004, with an estimated 52.5 million American viewers watching the last episode on the 28th of May, making it the most watched episode of the 2000s on US television. While it has become a recurring theme that weddings in Hollywood only last for a while, no one who followed Brad and Jennifer's love lives thought it wasn't going to last. However, the Hollywood curse struck again, this time in the heart of Hollywood's most glamorous couple. Filming started for Mr. and Mrs. Smith on January 5, 2004. This was after production had already been delayed for so long because actors constantly dropped out. First, the lead roles were meant to go to Nicole Kidman and Brad Pitt, but Nicole dropped out because of scheduling conflicts with the Stepford Wives. For a while, the producers thought about casting Johnny Depp or Will Smith as the leading man, and Cate Blanchett or Catherine Zeta-Jones as the leading woman. However, after they thought of Angelina Jolie, everyone was unanimous that Angie should be Mrs. Smith. Rumors began circulating about Brad Pitt's alleged affair with Angelina Jolie, his co-star in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. In April, only months into filming, rumors started spreading that Brad and Angelina's on-screen chemistry was turning into something more intimate. Off-screen, the rumors ranged from Brad sending a bouquet of flowers to Angelina's trailer with the suggestive message to Angelina improvising a sultry on-screen tango, slithering down Brad's leg and winding up with her mouth by his crotch. Despite the media frenzy, Jennifer chose to believe her husband's claims of innocence, dismissing the speculation. But just months later, on January 24, 2005, Brad and Jennifer announced their separation after nearly 5 years of marriage and a 7-year relationship. It's important to note that Angelina was recently divorced at this time after coming off a whirlwind romance with Billy Bob Thornton. She had also adopted her first child, Maddox Kaivan Jolie, from Cambodia, who was 2.5 years old by the time Brad and Angelina started filming. Close friends of the couple later revealed that Brad had been going through a period of introspection, seeking to understand his needs and desires as a single man. He reassured Jennifer that their separation was not because of another woman. One of Jen's best friends, Courtney Cox, told Vanity Fair that there was a connection, and he was honest about that with Jen. It was an attraction that he fought for a period of time. Shooting carried on until the 22nd of April 2004, when Brad had to leave to go film Ocean's 12 in France. Squashing any infidelity rumors, he was pictured with Jennifer at the Cannes Film Festival on the 13th of May at the screening of his new movie, Troy. He was also spotted again with Jennifer only a few days later, traveling down the River Seine on a romantic evening boat trip. On the 12th of August, filming resumed, and rumors of an affair were immediately reignited with photographs of Angelina and Brad looking very close on set being transported around the world. The film's crew, however, insisted they were just in character. Anyone who saw that movie could tell that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie had unhinged chemistry. Perfecting chemistry to that point on screen definitely takes a lot of practice. Off-screen, it seemed like they had been working together for centuries, and even Angelina admitted it in an interview. Because of the film, we ended up being brought together to do all these crazy things, and I think we found this strange friendship and partnership that kind of just suddenly happened. I think a few months in, I realized, God, I can't wait to get to work, she said. Whether it was shooting a scene, arguing about a scene, gun practice, dance class, or doing stunts, anything they had to do with each other, they found a lot of joy in it together and a lot of real teamwork. We just became kind of a pair, she added. Angelina confessed that, like everyone else, she had an impression of Hollywood's leading hunk at the time. However, the Tomb Raider star knew she would be in the wrong to steal Jennifer's man, so she backed away while they made the movie and claimed that they never dated while Brad was married to Jennifer. However, they couldn't ignore the burgeoning, gigantic, love-shaped elephant in the room, at least not for long. Angelina insisted that she was quite satisfied with being a single mom because that was just where she was at that point in her life, and she could somehow tell that he was married to someone he not only loved but respected. However, Brad Pitt might have left home as a husband, but his heart was now torn in two parts, shared between two women, one whom he married 3 years ago with a $500,000 solitaire-shaped ring sitting pretty on her hand, and a woman whom he met on set and worked with for many months, holding hands, dancing, and kissing as the scene demanded. But Jennifer had lost all faith in Brad, and the couple finalized their divorce on October 2nd. Jennifer's legal filings cited irreconcilable differences, and she requested to restore her maiden name, Aniston, after having taken Pitt's surname during their marriage. In April 2005, photos surfaced of Brad playing a parental role to Angelina Jolie's adopted son, Maddox, during a trip to an African beach. In May 2005, 1 month after Jennifer filed for divorce, paparazzi photos surfaced showing Pitt, Jolie, and Maddox vacationing on a beach in Kenya. The media quickly seized on the images, interpreting them as confirmation of a romantic relationship between Brad and Angelina. By the end of 2005, the couple was frequently seen together, and the media coined the term Brangelina to describe their budding romance. Us Weekly reported that the pair shared a long, passionate kiss and that Pitt applied sunblock to Jolie's shoulders as if he were giving her a sensual massage. The photos were the subject of an intense bidding war between the celebrity weeklies, with Us Weekly buying the pictures for $500,000. Angelina and Brad were well aware that they were being photographed and got a cut of the profits. Throughout the media frenzy, both Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie maintained that there was no romantic involvement while Brad was still married to Jennifer. Later that year, in an interview with Vogue, Angelina opened up about how her connection with Brad had developed during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. While Brad began to flaunt his relationship with Angelina immediately after announcing his separation from Jennifer, the Friends star didn't address the divorce until September 2005. Jennifer was shocked when she found out Angelina was pregnant in the middle of an interview. To make things worse, the media kept hounding Jennifer about when she was going to have a baby. In a candid and wide-ranging interview with Vanity Fair, Aniston opened up about mourning her marriage, her reaction to the barrage of headlines surrounding Pitt's budding relationship with Jolie, and her desire for everyone to just move on already. Moving on after a high-profile split, Jennifer was trying desperately to heal. She was living alone with her dog, only saw her best friends, and was trying to build herself back up through therapy. But the media didn't want to talk about that. They wouldn't let go of this image that Jennifer was miserable without kids, so they continued to hound her about when she was ever going to have a baby. While Brad moved on with Angelina, Jennifer also moved on and dated several others, starting with Vince Vaughn. It started in the summer of 2005 while filming The Breakup in Chicago. By December 2006, however, Aniston and Vaughn had called it quits. Aniston stayed silent about the split until 2008 when she looked back fondly on their short time together. On August 10, 2012, Brad popped the question to Angelina with a $500,000 engagement ring, and they became fully engaged. Brad and Angelina finally tied the knot on August 23, 2014, after raising 6 children together. The couple gathered with 22 family members, including their children Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, Vivienne, and Knox, at their French chateau for an intimate wedding ceremony. Jennifer also began a relationship with actor, director, and screenwriter Justin Theroux in May 2011. The following January, they purchased a home in the Bel Air neighborhood of Los Angeles for roughly $22 million. They became engaged on August 10, 2012, and were married on August 5, 2015, at their estate. They tricked friends and family by telling them they were attending Justin's 43rd birthday party. Brad and Jen were back in the news again. During their 12-year relationship, Brad and Angelina were dubbed Brangelina, a portmanteau coined by the media, and were the subject of worldwide media coverage. They became known as one of Hollywood's most glamorous couples. Their family grew to include 6 children, 3 of whom were adopted before they were legally married. Angelina subsequently took the name Angelina Jolie Pitt. However, after 2 years of marriage, the couple separated on September 15, 2016. On September 19, Jolie filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. They were declared legally single on April 12, 2019. After Pitt sued Jolie for selling her share of a winery they owned to a third party, she filed a countersuit in which she alleged that he physically and verbally abused her and their children on a plane in 2016. Initially, Angelina had full custody, but after a lengthy legal fight that stretched for over 4.5 years, Brad was granted joint custody in May 2021. Not long after the divorce was filed, rumors began circulating that Brad had reached out to his ex-wife Jennifer on her 48th birthday in 2017. While Aniston was still married to Justin, Brad allegedly sent her a text wishing her well and confided in her about the difficulties he was facing following his separation from Jolie. According to sources, Brad and Jennifer exchanged a few messages reminiscing about their past relationship, sparking intrigue among fans and the media. This led to renewed interest in Jennifer's past relationship with Brad, especially after rumors surfaced that she had kept old love notes from him. During their marriage, it was allegedly discovered that Brad Pitt had written some notes 2 years earlier, which some speculate may have contributed to the eventual dissolution of their relationship. As both Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were now single again, speculation intensified about whether they might rekindle their relationship. This buzz grew louder when Brad attended Jennifer's 50th birthday party in February 2019, held at the Sunset Tower Hotel in Los Angeles. His presence at the event fueled a media frenzy, with fans hoping the two might reunite. However, when asked about it by a paparazzi cameraman in June 2019, Brad dismissed the speculation, simply responding, "Oh my God." Later that same year, Brad was invited to Jennifer's holiday party, further fueling rumors of a reconciliation. A source revealed that Pitt was among the first guests to arrive and stayed until nearly 11 p.m., making him one of the last to leave. Despite the ongoing buzz, both stars remained adamant that their relationship was purely platonic. In early 2020, Pitt publicly referred to Jennifer as a good friend. However, their reunion at the Screen Actors Guild Awards that same year reignited hopes for fans as the pair shared a moment of flirtatious body language on the red carpet. The photographs from that event quickly went viral, once again leaving the public wondering if the once iconic Hollywood couple would rekindle their romance. Despite the hopes of many, neither Brad nor Jennifer has confirmed any romantic reconciliation, and they continue to emphasize their friendship in interviews and public appearances. Fans even brought in a body language expert to analyze the interactions between Pitt and Aniston. It's been nearly 2 decades since Brad and Jen called it quits, but the world just can't seem to let go of the hope for a reunion. After both winning SAG awards in 2020, Brad and Jen had an unexpected backstage encounter that generated headlines. As the highly anticipated ceremony approached, Brad playfully said that running into Jen would probably be the second most important reunion of her year, alluding to the actress's much-hyped Friends special. Are they really just friends? Well, that's what they both insist, but some fans remain skeptical. They believe Brad stood and watched closely as Jen collected her award for her performance on The Morning Show. Their body language speaks volumes, and speculation has been fueled by body language expert Patty Wood. She analyzed a recent photo of the two and suggested that there may be more than just friendship between them. According to Wood, the photo reveals a deep connection between Brad and Jen. She points to Brad's body language, particularly his right hand, which holds his award low, below his waist. Wood interprets this as a sign that Jen is what's truly important to him. Additionally, Brad's left hand, grasping Aniston's right arm, sends a clear message of wanting her to stay close. On Jen's end, Wood sees a mix of emotions. While she clearly cares for Brad, her body language suggests a protective stance, with her chest slightly swaying away from him. Wood interprets this as Jen caring for Brad but also protecting her heart. But before we get too carried away with the idea of a rekindled romance, Jen herself has put the rumors to rest. In 2021, she described her relationship with Pitt as that of buddies and friends who speak to each other. So, it seems that while there may be some lingering chemistry between the two, any hopes of a romantic reunion may be nothing more than wishful thinking. Despite all the speculation, both Pitt and Aniston have been adamant that their relationship is purely platonic. They've each moved on in their personal lives, focusing on their respective careers and projects. For fans, however, the fantasy of a rekindled romance remains a tantalizing possibility, even if it's only in their imaginations. Jennifer set the record straight about where her relationship with Brad stands during an appearance on The Howard Stern Show. Stern asked Jen if the former couple's virtual reunion was awkward for her, to which Jennifer replied, "No." And there you have it. Despite their shared history, Brad and Jen are still buddies to this day. Brad reportedly has second thoughts about how he dealt with his divorce from Jennifer, with a source revealing that Pitt wishes he had handled the end of their marriage in a more thoughtful manner. The source added that even pretty soon after they separated, both of them got on the phone and had a long conversation, saying a lot of things. Ever since, they've been unbelievably warm and respectful of each other. Finally, in 2022, Jennifer broke her silence during a shoot with Allure magazine. She revealed how she'd struggled with fertility issues for most of her adult life, including unsuccessful rounds of IVF. At the time of her highly publicized divorce from Brad, the media alleged that he'd left her because of her fertility issues. Jen cleared the air back then, claiming that was a lie. However, because of her reaction to the news of Brad and Angelina Jolie expecting their first child, the rumors resurfaced. It wasn't until the Allure interview that Jen put the rumors to rest once and for all. She claimed her split had nothing to do with children and that the ship on having kids had sailed for her a long time ago. Jen candidly told the interview that she had no regrets. She had grown tired of the rumors of Brad cheating while they were together. Now, we know why they broke up in 2005, and unsurprisingly, the media had it all wrong. Despite their struggles after their divorce, like their statement read, they stayed true to their words and remained buddies. Do you think the former couple is holding on to a secret they are not ready to share with the world just yet? Or should fans move on and accept that Brad and Jen will never get back together again? Let us know what you think.